Hi, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming here at IHW podcast, which we are having on IVF on World IVF Day. So it's indeed a special podcast for sure. So, ma'am, can you please walk me through your journey?
My journey. It's been a very long one. So I was one of the first few people in Delhi to get into IVF. In fact, across India, there were very few doctors. This is way back in 1995. And so at that point in time, I went abroad to study and I did a master's in ART technology because there was really very little available, both in terms of information, both in terms of the embryology labs, in terms of even, journals or, for instance, today everything is at the click of a button. You can get all the information, but we didn't have that privilege. So whatever we did was learned through experience, was learned through going abroad for conferences, was learned through ordering in journals, reading them, and then learning on our patients. Similarly, with the lab, today everything is ready made. That time we had to individually prepare our media, prepare everything in the lab, look at quality control, and go. So it's been a long journey. It's been an interesting one. And when I see the change from that time to now, it's a sea change in what is available to us and what results we are giving now to the patients.
So, why you think like what's the major reason why IVF industry is growing day by day?
There are multiple reasons for it. One of the most important one is that couples, especially women, are delaying their pregnancies. And the most fertile time for a woman is in her 20s, actually. So between 25 and 30, 31 is, at least for Indian women, that is the most fertile time. But now women, even at 36, 37, 38, don't want to get pregnant. And by that time, their egg reserves go down, the egg quality goes down. Similarly, what you're finding with men, that, across the board, we are finding that the sperm counts are going down. And perhaps it is environmental, it's lifestyle, mixture of everything together. So the two combined factors then, lead on to infertility. Plus, the stress has increased. Couples actually hardly ever meet. One is traveling, the other is working, the other one is working in the morning, the other is working at night. So, that whole uh, spending time together, that has really reduced. And I think all these contribute towards infertility.
Yeah. So now I think it is growing, but there is one more thing which is rapidly increasing that people are going directly to IVF. They're not even trying naturally. There are a lot of people who are directly into IVF. So, what's your take on this?
I don't think you're right on that account because, see, IVF entails a lot of physical, mental, and emotional, financial involvement. Okay. So it's not so simple that somebody says that I'm just going for IVF and I don't want to try at all. Yes, they may be going a little faster because they're already older. They are aware that their time is limited. So, and they have the availability, the access to services. So they avail them. But even now, you have a lot of people, even when they need IVF, they want to try naturally first. So I wouldn't say that is entirely true.
Yeah. So, and there is one more thing now. There is so much awareness of IVF. Back then, when you started in 90s, there was not much.
There was no
So there was,
awareness.
yeah, and there was so much taboos that this is not our child, this is something else. So how you actually, figure out thing back then?
Oh, so it was very difficult because even when women approached you or couples approached you for treatment or management, they hid it from their family, they hid it from their friends. If they conceived through IVF, they would not tell their friends that it was, conceived through IVF because it was a taboo, as you very rightly said, that something artificial has happened. But I think because so much information has gone across, and now, as I said, the access to information is so easy and simple. And so there is a lot of public awareness now. So even parents will come up to bring their children up. If they're not conceiving, they will bring them up for a checkup, and then subsequently if IVF is required. But at that time, everything was very secretive and nobody wanted to reveal.
So I just wanted to ask you, how do you personalize different, IVF for different patients?
In India, by and large, medicine is personalized only. It is now with the corporate setup that things may have changed. Even then, I wouldn't say that they have changed completely, because we have more of one-on-one relationship with our patients. We see the patients ourselves. We don't have some junior or some nurse or some radiographer doing monitoring and this one doing something else and then give them a protocol. It's still personalized. Patients want to be in contact with their doctor. And when the patient is in contact with the doctor and you are planning the management, it automatically becomes individualized.
So, ma'am, what do you like to give our viewers a take home message?
My biggest take home message is that don't delay your pregnancies. Women are walking in at 38, 39, 40. They've been married for 8 years and 9 years. And it is ridiculous because now they will have to go through all sorts of treatment to be able to get the child, which they would have got so easily. So maybe a balance, work and life balance has to be sought. And they have to understand that if they delay their childbearing for too long, then they will actually suffer far more trauma than if they have the baby and somehow plan how to bring it up. So definitely proactive fertility is proactively trying for pregnancy at the right time would be my message. And I know that today we're talking a lot of fertility preservation, and women are preserving their eggs and freezing their eggs while they get on with their work and all. But see, nothing is sacrosanct. It's not 100%. It's just like a backup plan. It's not a guarantee to pregnancy. So one should not lose sight of that and, freeze your eggs and then forget all about it. It doesn't necessarily work that way.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for
Thank you.
coming
Thank
here
you
and
for
giving
inviting
your
me.